Welcome to Shekel Storm NBA, your only source for real basketball. Now, congratulations to the Boston Celtics, as they are the Avengers of the NBA. And it was unfortunate that Luka Doncic, the Thanos of the NBA, was not able to make the inevitable happen and get his first championship. Now, it's pretty obvious that the Celtics literally reversed time and had the easiest path to the NBA championship with everyone in the Eastern Conference injured. I mean, if you have to put this in a story that makes my asthma act up, well, then you have to include Kyrie Irving as the dark horse of the Avengers. Somebody who came up out of nowhere and made plays for Boston. As crazy as that sounds, this man didn't show up whatsoever and was getting blocked, was getting used and abused by Boston like he owed the Boston Celtics mafia money. A great saying by Angry Old Hoops. But now we have to endure Jason Tatum for 2 months being on TV, doing interviews, even though he isn't the NBA Finals MVP. The so-called Batman, who is actually less than a Robin, is now the ESPN and mainstream media darling, which is a shame because Luka Doncic at one point was ESPN's media darling. And when ESPN and the mainstream media choose you to win, that's when you lose. Everything went back to Luka Doncic doing everything and the rest of the role players and Kyrie Irving doing almost nothing. And that's been the story of the NBA Finals. The Mavericks looked fantastic against Anthony Edwards and his cronies. But now we're back in 2025 with a new circus show of LeBron James and now his son, Bronny James, being carried to an NBA championship. At least that's what Adam Silver wants to see. I mean, when you think about all the players that have carried LeBron James to his 4 championships, one being a Mickey Mouse ring, it's inevitable that JJ Redick would be the coach of the LA Lakers. Because let's just say that JJ Redick is a puppet. He's going to end up not doing much of anything while LeBron James actually coaches the team from the bench. I mean, he's on the floor playing basketball, barely, and then he's going to be coaching the team in the huddle. That's even if he wants to be in the huddle whatsoever. I mean, let's just say that JJ Redick's spot on the LA Lakers is one of a puppet. It will always be a puppet. The NBA is in dire straits, and I don't see them recovering anytime soon. Even though the Boston Celtics play defense, even though the Boston Celtics are a well-rounded team, and even though the Boston Celtics are the 2024 champions, the likelihood of them actually having this same finals run next year is highly unlikely. See, we're not having dynasties like we did in the 80s and the 90s. What we're having is teams that come up and then fall off. Come up and then fall off. Like Jokic and the Nuggets, the Golden State Warriors, the LA Lakers, who only won one championship in 2020, which was a Mickey Mouse ring if you really think about it. These teams are very inconsistent, like Jordan versus LeBron has said. The league is very inconsistent, like Jordan versus LeBron has said. There's no doubt that the NBA is headed down a toilet and being flushed away with the ratings and everything going down the hole. We can only hope that Skinny Hardaway, myself, Angry Old Hoops, Uncommon Sense, and Phenomenal Fitness can report the truth and make a change for the NBA. Because right now, what's being talked about all over the internet? Caitlin Clark. That's right. The new money printer has Caitlin Clark. You never thought that a woman would actually be outdoing the men. And what a shame that the NBA has sunk so low that now we're talking about Caitlin Clark, who's a turnover machine and who had only maybe one 30-point game. I mean, she's not a bust yet, but still, at this point, Caitlin Clark is the hottest thing in the mainstream media, period, and on the internet. So if you got asthma, I suggest you get your inhaler, because it's going to be a rough 2025 for anybody who loves basketball. If you're a WNBA fan, well, you might not need your inhaler after all. You might actually be in for a treat, because with all the drama happening in the LBC, it looks like Caitlin Clark might be the savior for basketball after all. So guys, don't forget to wear your sneakers and keep it shalom.